Hello guys and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review from me, and this time we are going to take a look at the Hot Toys Luke Skywalker Crait version. This is the one that I picked up at a local collectible store. And this is just a really cool piece. I don't think I've ever reviewed a Hot Toys figure on my channel before. Maybe with the Anakin and Obi-Wan, but I'm not quite sure. But let's do a full-on review with showing the accessories and all of that stuff. You can see Luke right in front of you, and honestly, I'm a big fan of this figure. At first I was on the fence about this one, and that's why back in December for my sequel trilogy Hot Toys display, I chose to go with the Last Jedi Luke, the hobo version, basically the deluxe version of that one. That came with like a cape, an extra walking stick, porks, stuff like that. Really cool figure, and basically that was my preferred version of Luke to get for my display. But then I saw this guy selling out at a lot of different places, and I wanted to get that version actually for my other shelf, because I do have a shelf with like Leia, Rey, and Luke, and then I have a shelf with Kylo and Han Solo. But with that Kylo Ren from The Last Jedi, definitely belongs a Luke Skywalker in that display. And of course, one of the coolest scenes in the movie is Luke versus Kylo Ren on Crait, the force projection Luke basically, but it is also the coolest version of Luke in that movie, and I'm a big fan of that scene. So want to get this figure, but I was not quite sure about Headsculpt. Now I got him in my hands, and it looks super good. Very happy that I picked it up. It looks really great, actually. Quite surprised by it, because pictures and videos online were not that great either, but in person it looks amazing. Anyways, let's just dive into the review and take a look at the box here for a minute. We do have the outer box with a nice image of Luke at the front holding his lightsaber. You have the Star Wars logo on the box, Luke Skywalker Crait, and the Hot Toys logo there as well. Then if you open the box, you do get this artwork, which looks really good and does show a few poses of the figure. The one holding his hood up, and then a lightsaber wielding pose and action pose, basically. And then we're going to dive into the accessories first, because I do have the box open here for you guys. Like many Hot Toys figures or lightsaber wielding characters, this one does come with a lightsaber, an extra lightsaber blade, basically a swooshing effect. For the figure, all of my lightsaber wielding figures have that accessory, I think. So really cool that they added that as well. It's not something that I use though. But you do have, like an extra forearm. This is basically, you can switch the forearm out, and this is a light up lightsaber forearm. That's a cool piece, and again, with many lightsaber wielding characters, they do provide that option as well. I never do that either, because it's a pain in the ass to swap out the elbow part. That's just very hard to do. But yeah, you do have this glove here, another glove. It's like a holding hand, and then there's this like a force pushing hand. Then you do have the batteries for the lightsaber, light up lightsaber hand or arm. You get some extra wrist bags, which are always nice, because sometimes these wrists on Hot Toys figures break off pretty easily. You do have a lightsaber holding hand. This is some more like a pointing hand, or more gesturing hand. Yeah, something like that. Then you do have like a force using hand, and this is more like an open sort of hand with all the fingers displayed out. And then the last accessory here for this figure is the dice that first were seen in The Last Jedi. They were in New Hope, but it's just very hard to see. They were hanging on the Falcon, but here we go, you have it in The Last Jedi, is that we really saw it. These are the dice that Luke gives to Leia before he battles Kylo Ren. And then we see these appear in Solo, A Star Wars Story. But it's a really cool little accessory. It's a very tiny accessory, but I'm not going to display them with Luke. I think these will make a great display option for Leia. So I like that. So that's basically it for the accessories. I mean, for the extra accessories in the box. Of course, Luke comes on the Hot Toys base. This is a bit similar to other Last Jedi bases that they've used. The Last Jedi bases are usually regular gray bases with like sort of stickers to put on them. I never put them on. I just use the stand, plug it in, and basically it holds in place as well. But this is different. This is sculpted. This is all sculpted. It's not a sticker. Sculpted Crait base, and it looks and feels great. Looks just like in the movie. And something really cool that they added on this display is basically they put the footsteps in the display base, so you can basically put Luke's feet in there. So that's really cool to just get a better like stance on the figure. I mean, this will not topple over at all. Then you do have the lightsaber that he's holding in his hand. Just a very simple pose, but you will see that later on that I do with my figures. So you do have that. And then let's take a look at the head sculpt. Like I said, I was not sold on this one when I first saw it. I saw a bunch of reviews online from like Justin's collection. That's one of the guys that I always watch for Hot Toys reviews. I was just not a big fan of this one. None video really like. That's why I also went with the other Luke Skywalker at first. It just wasn't something that not very appealing to me. This one, but like I said, in hand looks much better, and I hope on camera it looks really good as well. There is a really good likeness to Mark Hamill in this face sculpt, but most pictures just do not show it. But this, like I said, looks great. You can see from the different angles. Get the windswept hair, you get the beard, you get the stash. That frowning look, more like an angry expression here on Luke. I like that. Turning him around a little bit more. You can see more like the side profile view of the head sculpt. Looks really good. Get more windswept hair there. Sculpted really well, actually. I mean, Hot Toys face sculpts are just so good. But yeah, it looks really good, actually, especially from an angle like this. I think this looks like a Mark Hamill, for sure. So going on to the outfit, you do have like just a black Jedi robe and a black Jedi cape, just as simple as that. And then you do have like a white shirt underneath there. But that's basically all that he has for outfit. I mean, it's sculpted really well. It flows really well over the figure as the cape as well. Looks great in general. And then very nice texture on the cape. I really like the look of that. And you can put him in a very simple pose and it will look great, actually. Something that I really like. There you go. I really like those side flaps that they done, just like in the movie or the real costume, basically. These are going out to the side. Same on this side. That looks really good. You do have one of the small details on this outfit is the brown belt with the silver belt buckle. You got a little hook to store his lightsaber as well. So that's cool. If you turn the figure around, his vest, no. Yeah, I think it's not a cape. It's just like a vest or Jedi robe. The other underneath Jedi robe that he's wearing comes attached with a like hood part, as you saw on the picture. And there's nice wire inside that hood to basically pose it around, pose it just right. So I like that. And then if you go to the bottom side of the cape, there's also a wire attached or inside the bottom part of the cape, so you can basically do some kind of windswept poses that I really like. And that's basically how I pose him. I think that's how I'm going to pose him on my shelf. A very neutral stance, but I like my vanilla style poses for Hot Toys figures, to be honest with you. So basically the wind is coming from this side, so this part of the cape is wrapped around his leg, and this part is just going up in the air. So that's basically how I pictured it in mind. It looks really good. You can play and mess around with it like a lot to make it look amazing. But I think this looks pretty good, actually, for a standard Hot Toys pose. And in general, this is an amazing looking piece. I'm very pleased with this figure. And yeah, very happy to add it to my collection. So yeah, there you go, guys. I think that's about does it for this review on the Hot Toys Luke Skywalker. And I will back with more reviews very soon. So until then, may the force be with you, and bye.